I'm going to use this as like a little mini Genesis impromptu. So much came up for me as I was watching the class unfold. And I'll share this with you guys. I mean, whoever listens, but when you develop a relationship with plants, they will teach you. So in the Shipibo tradition, when you work with the plant, you open up what's called the dieta. And when you open up a dieta, you're exclusively working with that one plant, okay? And what happens is they start teaching you through your dreams, through songs, through just like different happenings in your life, in the ceremony. And as soon as you started teaching, something in me was like, oh my God, the ginger, the turmeric, and the lemon, they're teaching me something right now. Like there's more happening than I had anticipated. And it's kicked it off with your ginger, turmeric, lemon session, right? Which is, I'm like, as I'm watching the class unfold, I'm like, dude, this is...
You're tripping on...
I'm like tripping. I'm like, man, there is so much happening inside. And what's interesting about it being your first class, and it's you too, not only do I know you guys on a personal level, I've known you now for years. I've known you now for years. It isn't like I just met you guys, right? You both have gone through Genesis. So then there's a different level of connection. There's a different level of trust. There's a different level of comfort. There's a different level of intimacy, right? And so me watching these different things unfold throughout the class with the ginger, the turmeric, and the lemon, I'm like, oh my God, this is so much deeper what's happening than I even was expecting to happen tonight, which is why I'm so happy you followed through with what it is that you're doing, because that's integrity. Integrity is following through. It doesn't matter who shows up, who doesn't show up, who canceled, because you're finding out more about who you are than anything else, right? So the first thing was that I noticed, and with you is, or with anybody, right? People put their confidence and they compartmentalize it. I can only be confident doing this. I can only be confident doing this. But before the class even started, you were like, I don't know why I'm nervous. It's just, so immediately, right, that goes into sympathetic, parasympathetic. You're already in your own way. Yeah. Even when you're around one of your friends, even when you're around people who love you. So you're like, oh, whoa. Like, so I'm listening. I'm like, why is Avi doing that again? Like, Avi, there's no need for you to doubt yourself. Like, there's nothing we can do to help that. But your relationship to confidence is performative. And every time that you're supposed to be confident, you turn it into a performance. That's where the anxiety comes through. That's why I talk to Jordan a lot about this stuff. Confidence isn't performative, but people think that it is. That's where things get twisted, where things get all manipulative. And that's where every time you have stage performance or you lock up or you freeze, because you think confidence means I have to be something that I'm already not, versus just be something you already are and we love you for. That's why we trust you. That's why I'm opening up the studio to you. That's why I want to get this into the marketing, because I love you for who you already are, not for only when Avi is peak performance, the best. She's working out, everything's dialed in, her outfits always match, her hair looks good. Like, that's not what I have Avi in my life for, right? So then I'm like, oh my God. Then it, like, the perspective shift to where it was like, and this was kind of throughout the whole entire class, where this goes into like the ginger, the turmeric, the lemon, where we reject things that are healthy for us. And instead of sitting in it, doing it repeatedly to feel it out, let it change us, we create bad good. I don't like. And your relationship to healthy environments, healthy people, healthy love, healthy support, healthy audience, it causes anxiety. And that's like, but this is just natural. We're Team Avi. It doesn't matter if there was 100 people here or just one person. we're Team Avi. But somewhere in your system, that feels, it's uncomfortable or vulnerable or scary.
Watched. Like, it's like I'm like being judged or graded. Like, and I was like that in school. You know, like anytime I was taking a test, like I like.
And that's what I mean by the performance versus confidence piece, where it gets tangled up, twisted up, right? Because even when that's not what this is about, you don't allow us to contribute to your greatness. You don't allow us to contribute to what it is, why we love you, because you're in your own way. And then what happens is you don't allow yourself to make a mistake, or you have to be perfect for us when we're just like, dude, we're here for the Avi show. Good, bad, perfect, not perfect. We're just here because we love Avi and we want to see Avi shine, right? Mm-hmm. So that's when we look at the medicine wheel, that's the relationship with vulnerability of like repairing and healing the healthy relationship to vulnerability and removing, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look foolish. I don't want to be humiliated, because underneath those things, if I get a failing grade, if I get laughed at with she just shared, I don't like feeling dumb. Part of that emotion in a deep-rooted way is I don't want to be humiliated. That's being laughed at. That's being made fun of. That's being singled out. That's being abandoned. That's like humiliation core. So then that's subconsciously always running in the background, right? To both of your credit, right? You're both willing to be vulnerable. That is why in the medicine world, it's the second direction, because people don't know what vulnerability actually is. People think vulnerability is a performance. Look how vulnerable I'm being. Oh, look at, we're being so vulnerable. That's the performance piece. To your credit, we recorded the mukbang, but underneath all of that, there is this, I don't want to look foolish. I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look humiliated. How did everyone else do it so easily? Am I the worst one at it? Whether you're consciously aware of it or not, subconsciously, that's what's running the background, right? So then all this is just unfolding while I'm recording you guys. I'm like, this is so much deeper than I was anticipating. Now, as the class is going, I'm obviously looking at it, okay, what is the emotion or the energy that Aviana is trying to convey through this class? So it's work, play, zen. But what was your strength and confidence, fun, expression, creativity, relax and reset, right?
Like interface.
Correct. So I'm like, okay, if we were to reduce all that down, what is the most important one? What's the one that you want to bring to people more than anything?
Expression, maybe?
Okay. Yeah. But not maybe, it's...
Expression.
That's what I mean. Own it. Yeah. Own it. You want to bring expression to people. So that's the first one. What's the second one that you want to bring to people?
Strength.
And what's the third one?
Peace.
Okay. So you have expression, strength, peace. Now, if I were to say... Okay, what you actually embody or what you're actually trying to do are the ones that you shied away from, which is not a coincidence hearing this talked out. The ones that you struggle with the most are what?
Expression.
No.
Oh.
This is what kicked off the whole conversation.
Confidence.
Boom. What's the second one? You said it already? Okay, so those are the actual two that you're trying to bring to people. Confidence and expression. They're connected. There's not a reason why you left those. Like, you've disconnected confidence and expression, but underneath it all, it's confidence that you're trying to bring to people. Expression. But in order to express yourself, you have to be confident in who you are. And in order to be confident with who you are, you have to express yourself. Self-expression can only happen if you're willing to be vulnerable, which is why every time there's a vulnerable position, you lock down, which is not just you, it's people at large. It's it's you, it's some of the people me and talk about all the time, right? For me, it doesn't matter where I'm at in my life. This is something I had to work through, which is why dance is so meaningful to me, because dance taught me how to be vulnerable in a different way. Right. But it's something that I've always wanted to do. I danced since I was a little kid, right? But then I thought I had to dance a certain way, or I had to, that's why when I started salsa dancing, none of my friends wanted to go with me. And for 2 years, I went by myself because my friends thought I was gay. My friends thought I was dumb. But I've always wanted to learn the salsa, so I went there for me. And that taught me a different way to be vulnerable and a different way to express myself other than poetry, other than working out, other than making videos. Oh my God. And I shut down a lot. I completely shut down so many times. I was too afraid to ask a girl to dance. I was too afraid to go to the advanced class. I was too afraid. So I would just be in the salsa club for 2 hours. And I would just walk on the outside edge. And I'm like, oh, ask this girl to dance. Ask this girl to... And I wouldn't. And so for 2 hours, I'd be by myself, too afraid to ask a girl to dance, and I'd leave. And that happened to me multiple times over the course of 2 years. But I kept going. I kept eating the ginger. I kept eating the turmeric. I kept eating the lemon because I knew in my heart I wanted to always do this. And this was a healthy way for me to learn how to interact with females, to learn how to be respectful, to learn to be social, right? So then I'm like, oh, this is fascinating because what's happening is the flow of the class, the energy of confidence, expression, fun, play, peace was clashing. The energy of it was clashing. Now I'm looking at it from a different lens. I'm looking at it from a different perspective, right? Because all this is unfolding for me while I'm watching it happen. Okay. So now we switch over to the dance piece, right? When I watch you coach, you light up the most when you teach dance. There's a different side of you that comes to life when you talk about dance, when you teach dance. There's a different person that comes to life, right? Like you're engaged, like you're present. Whereas working out, it's kind of like, it's even like me. If I'm working with someone that I'm like, I like it, but when I have a high level problem I need to solve, like fixing someone's foot or someone's shoulder, I'm in a different level because it's high level problem solving for me. That makes it fun for me because I'm teaching people the importance, the depth, the meaning of their body and how it works in totality, not I'm separating it, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? Avi's just lighting up now like she wasn't at all. And then that's where you get excited. And when you get excited, you start moving too fast. We're going to do this, right? So that, right? I was like, whoa, Avi, you're showing all these different combos. We're not even on step one yet, right? Okay. Which is great. I mean, that's fun because I see a lot of that in me. And that's where, for me, my biggest thing over my whole course of life is reduce, making things simple. And that's when I was like, hey, you got to think about it like this. Your demographic, the people that are going to come in, I'm going to help bring in, Ya's going to help bring in. These people, the first and foremost, they have a problem with vulnerability, right? You two, right, are working on it, and you've done a tremendous job at it. But you are the company that you keep. So it's not a wonder to me that a lot of the people in your lives don't show up to things that make them vulnerable, right? Because if people don't know how to work out, they don't want to look what?
Dumb.
They don't want to look dumb. They don't want to look embarrassed. They don't want to be humiliated. They don't want to be laughed at. They don't want to be the weakest one. Now you throw dance on top of that. So now what happens? Now they don't want to. They don't want to. All the things you just listed. So now emotionally, whether they're aware of it or not, they're putting barriers. But the piece is you're inviting them into vulnerability, right? Again, it's not a question that it was you two that did it. It's not a question that you went through it. It's not a question that you had little moments of, oh, this is hard, and you wanted to shut down. But with us, we're able to laugh and joke and play. And that last little sequence, you fucking nailed it, right? Look how much work she's put into doing that, right? Now we're asking, right? And now we're asking strangers to do that, right? And that's okay. But we have to be aware of what it is that we're actually inviting people in to do. And we have to be aware of how overwhelmed are they going to be? Because people are going to see the video. People are going to see it. And they say, do I got to do that? Are they going to record me? What if that's what they think? You know why? Because how many people have said that to me over the years? People. So then I had to be really aware of who I video, how I video, and even when we do our group videos for my dance class, I tell everyone, you guys, it helps me with marketing. It's just for fun. It's just for play, and it helps them feel more comfortable. That's why for me, the dance class is really just very basic moves. We're just clowning around. Everyone's laughing. Everyone's joking. We're just sweating. Because the main energetic thing for me is fun, first and foremost, sweating, but vulnerability. I'm inviting people to feel vulnerable. And so then as you guys were in the dancing, I'm like, oh my God, this is the whole vulnerability piece, right? Doing something that's healthy requires vulnerability. Working out, dancing, breath work, meditation, yoga, hiking, running, it requires you to be vulnerable. But instead of learning how to invite people into that, we talk around it. We talk around confidence. We talk around expression. Because it's easier to say, let's have fun and play than I'm inviting you to be vulnerable. Now, you don't have to word it like that ever, right? But that's what vulnerability is. That's why I fight for you. That's why I fight for you. Vulnerability isn't, look at me. Look how vulnerable I am. I'm opening myself up to the universe and all that other fucking nonsense. It's, hey, we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, everybody, one leg. 1, 2, and watch me fall. Watch me stumble. That's vulnerability, right? This is how you do a kettlebell squat. That's vulnerability. I can't do a push-up, so I need help on a box. That's vulnerability, right? And it's like, oh my God, this is what Aviana is doing, but she's having a hard time getting out of her way, right? So then the one-on-one piece is great too, because I talked to you a little bit about it, because it's harder to do this stuff when it's people you love and trust and know you. Because now we're like, yeah, Avi, if you're full of shit, not only are we going to tell you about it, we're going to talk about it and we're going to see it. We're going to see who Avi actually is, but not from a place of judgment or like, you fucked up. It's like, hey, let's talk about it. Let's see why you're so nervous or uncomfortable, right? So then that was all happening. Once again, I said, okay, Avi, do your little dance, just you. And what did you say?
I was like, I don't know why I got nervous.
I got nervous. I'm like, bitch, this is your moment to shine. Like, here we go, right? And that's what I mean by this goes all the way back to the ginger, the turmeric, the lemon. Something healthy, something exciting, something that's good for you, and you get nervous. That part, something that's healthy. Here's your moment to shine, Avi. We just want to use this for marketing so you look good and everything's going great. And I get nervous, right?
Yeah.
When we're not asking you to perform, we're asking you to just be Avi. We just want Avi, this is her moment to shine. But that underlining nervousness or paranoia, that low level vibration is on you all day, every day, and everything that you do. So then that affects how you show up. It affects how you express yourself. It affects your confidence because you can't sink into your body and just do what it is that you do. Just do what it is that you do. Just do what it is that you do. Now, part of that is the more you live within integrity, doing these things, right? Yeah. Someone walked in right now, was like, dude, teach me how to do breath. Or someone called me right now. Hey, we're going to do this foot workshop at 9 p.m. at night. I'm there. I don't need to prepare. I don't need no tools. Bring me to the feet and we're rocking, right? That's a part of you like allowing that to sink in. Now, what was really interesting, another piece, because what I'm watching happen for Yadania, right, is why her confidence isn't connected to her body yet. That last little bit she thinks confidence has to so that her arms were all struggling and this and that, right? Versus make it simple. You don't have to look like you know what you're doing. You just got to stay on tempo. You just got to stay on beat. Yeah. Let that be what builds confidence. Let that be. Don't compare yourself to Avi. We never shuffled before. That's it, right? But that's what blocks her confidence because she's trying to keep up with other people that have been doing things for years. It's the same thing when I'm doing the foot shit with her. I have her do the basic things. Don't worry about it. Focus on your fucking big toe. Focus on the platypus. Just focus on that. Don't worry about what it is that I'm doing or what I'm teaching or how I teach or the depth that I teach at. You'll get there. Worry about 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 1, right? Because you threw the and in there and she got lost, right? So then for you, being aware of, oh my God, that's where you and I struggle, because it's like in our heads, this shit is easy, right? In other people's heads, this is terrifying,
I didn't think about
right?
that. I didn't know that until you say that.
And that's okay. So even for me, right? That's why when we were doing the ginger, lemon, turmeric, I just gave you time and space, because I want to do it like everyone else. And it's like, no, dude, we're going to have you do it because we want to see people do this and introduce healthy habits to people, right? And seeing how they respond and act. And again, to both of your credits, you're very open. You're very vulnerable. You're willing to try new things. That's what you're asking people, to try something brand new. Mm-hmm. And brand new scares people, because people are stubborn. People are stuck. People want convenience. And we've talked about this throughout the Genesis. Mm-hmm. Transformation isn't convenient. Right. Earning health and wellness isn't convenient. Getting a better relationship with your body isn't convenient. Working on your confidence is not convenient, right? Working on getting out of your way is not convenient. To overcome, hey, I don't want to feel dumb, which I can relate to Yadania. In order for me to overcome that, I don't avoid it. I actually have to go right at it. Mm-hmm. I have to go right at it. And that's where, for me as a student, when I did salsa dancing, right? When you were showing her the basic stuff, I had all these memories flooding back in, because I would go to class. Everyone was way better than me. I couldn't fucking do it. So I would record it. And you know what I did? I would go home and I'd practice for like 2 hours. The basic fucking moves. I'd invite my friend Sonny. Hey, dude, come and do at the workout studio with me. And I want you to help me with this routine. Because my boy Sonny's a phenomenal dancer. And we would just fucking record ourselves and dancing. I have all these videos. I'd invite some of the girls that I met at dancing. Hey, will you meet me at my studio? I need help learning routines. And they'd show up and I'd record. And I would just practice the most basic things until I got better and better and better. Mm-hmm. Right? Because I didn't want to feel stupid. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't because I wanted to perform. It's because I want to get good at dancing. Because I really want to get good at dancing. Right? So then it was like, oh, dude, we could have spent a whole hour. I'm like, oh, this is what people need, right? And then the Zen part, learning the different environments and saying, okay, because I wanted you to just run the show to see. Yeah. So then it's like, yep, we should probably music, fans off, and even more than anything, letting people spend time with their breath. Because you got to think, this position right here, this is easy for off. But you got to think, someone just came in, they did a workout, they did all this stuff they never done, and now we're like, all right, everyone. No, I was literally holding on for your life. I was like, bro. And she works out. She takes care of herself, right? Imagine someone coming in that's never done none of that shit, right? So now we're like, okay, this is great because we get to see it, we get to run through it, and then we get to talk about it. Because now, right, as all this is unfolding, I'm like, oh my God, ginger and turmeric is going into my vitality, my follow-through. What's my purpose in life? My purpose in life is coaching. My purpose in life is teaching, right? I'm allowing people to experience grace in real time. You being here, it's almost 9 o'clock at night. I'm on fucking fire. Why? Because this kind of shit gives me vitality. Because I'm following through with, you know what? I actually do want to support my friends. I actually do want to see women in my life shine. I actually do. Even if I get nothing back, the people that I love, I want to see shine. That's my follow through, which adds to my wholeness, which adds to ultimate self-belief, right? Because I know in my core, this is the kind of shit I need to be doing. This is the kind of shit that I bring to the table, right? Which is why I love having you guys in my life, right? Now, ginger and turmeric vasodilate. They open up the blood vessels. Things are flowing. Another word for flow is cohesion. That's what it makes me feel so good. Everything is around cohesion. And when things are not cohesive, I feel it immediately now because my intention is set there. And I'm like, So throughout the class, I'm like, oh, it's not flowing, part because Avi's in her own fucking way, right? But that's okay. That's the grace piece. That's the, hey, we got to work these kinks out, the clogs, the dysfunction, the toxins. We have to work it out. We can't just say, oh, that was gross, and I never do it again. It's like, first of all, it's healthy for me. It's two of the most healthiest things I can actually ingest. My body had a weird reaction to it. Me and my personality, I'm going to go right at it. I'm going to go at it and go at it and go at it till I figure it out. That's what I do with breath work, with meditation, with sauna, with ice, with ayahuasca, with mushrooms, with peyote, with wachu. It's like, I got to figure this out because I know these things are healthy for me. I know working out. I know VO2 max. I know running in the heat. I got to go to these things. Stillness, silence, fasting. I have to go towards the things that make me feel uncomfortable. I don't have to do it 1,000% anymore like I did, right? Because that's its own dysfunction around perfectionism and getting it has to be the ultimate. No. That's too intense, right? It's let me see, let me work, let me invite cohesion into my life. And with that, I have to start to remove things because I can't have it all. So when I watch the class, right, when I'm thinking about this at OPT, the last thing people need right now is more working out. Why? Because it's jammed down their throat all day, every day. Not to mention, working out isn't just lifting weights. Working out isn't just doing push-ups, which is what so many people think, right? But you come to our dance class and everyone's like, Jesus Christ, that was a fucking workout. Yes. Why? Because that's what dance is. You're sweating. You're releasing endorphins. You're starting to, even when you were demonstrating the Running Man, you're like, whew, I'm a little out of breath. And Yadini was like, oh, I don't know, right? And in my head, it's like going off. I'm like, oh, you know what you could do? All right, y'all, we're going to do 30 seconds of Running Man. Ready and go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 30 seconds. She's going to be like, hold it, calves, feet. I'm on fire. All right, now we're going to do 30 seconds, the little foot swivel, right leg only. 30 seconds. Bring it back. Next leg. Bring it back. Right? All right, we're going to go 30 seconds Running Man, right into 30 seconds of the foot, right? Because ultimately, that's what dance is. We're teaching you how to play, to express in your body. But first, you have to develop confidence to be able to express. So if you're not confident standing on your right foot, how are you ever going to be able to get your way to the shuffle move that you were showing, right? Yeah. So then that's where, as a teacher, as a coach, as a guide, as a trainer, we're like, oh my God, it's actually more fun to teach people how to chop wood or carry water like it is in Zen than it is trying to throw a different combo at them that they're already going to feel overwhelmed, or they might already feel stupid, or they don't want to be laughed at, or they don't want to be the worst one, right? You're trying to instill confidence, expression, peace. Peace happens when you feel confident. Peace happens when you're able to fully express who you are. That's when you feel at most peace. Oh, so now those are the 3 emotional, energetic properties: expression, confidence, peace. Like, oh, that's what it is that I'm doing. So now you could say, hey, the work part, it could just be like a 15-minute warm-up. Because guess what? They're already going to be tired. We're going to do maybe some lateral band walks, some single leg balance drills, like catching things, making it fun. Yeah. It's all a workout, getting them ready to 1, 2. All right, I have a whole list of things I could show you with like tennis ball exercises where it's like 1, 2, 3, switch. 1, 2, 3, switch. You're priming them. Now they're warm. They're already sweating. They're starting to feel what it sounds like. Think about this. This is what's funny for like you and I. It's so hard for people to listen to a beat and just get people to just walk to a beat. You watch people do this. All right, you guys, we're going to march to the beat. 1, 2, 3. People lose it. Hey, guys, move your arms to the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. People come unglued. You saw what happened to Yadania. You're like, okay, Yadania, move your arms. And she went psycho with it, right? But that's where you get to play in that. Yeah. You get to say, oh, I get to tinker with this. Yeah.
So, and I was trying not to do a lot of lower body exercises because I already knew that we were going to do a lot of lower body in the shuffling. So that's why I just did the squats, because I was like, if I do lunges and all these other things, then it's going to be too much.
Yeah.
But I guess I could lean more into it.
Correct. And
I like that idea a lot.
And then you can even, and then like you come up with another name, right? Like that's where, or you could say work, play, zen. Like you can keep that, but now you're saying, okay, how would I describe the work, right? Mm-hmm. Because you got to think of people. What do they immediately think of when they think of work?
Like go to work.
What else?
Hard.
There it is. If I say, hey, you guys, come to a sauna session. We're going to put in work. What do they think?
Yeah.
Hey, come to breath work. It's going to be work. What do they think?
It's going to be difficult.
It's going to be difficult. It's already hard. These motherfuckers are coming off of a job they probably hate, people in their life, fighting, argument, drama, stress, not to mention all the nonsense they put into their head because they watch the news or watch fucking social media. Yeah. So now they're like, Jesus Christ, now I got to fucking work. But it's like for us, we're just playing. Yeah. We're inviting you into the space of vulnerability, right? Mm-hmm. And so then all that's just unfolding while I'm watching you guys do this class. And that's the ingredients is, people have a hard time being vulnerable. And that's where for you, it's like the dance piece is, I think, when I'm watching from the outside, not only is that where you shine, that's where you light up, right? That's what people need. People need that, in a way that isn't, hey, this isn't a dance team. It isn't like we have to master this combo, right? When I would go through salsa dancing and stuff, so many of my teachers were so fucking committed to learning a combo. 90% of the students were like, bro, this is so over our head. Mm-hmm. Like, and we just stand there and watch and be like, yeah, we're never going to learn that combo. And guess what? The next week, it's a different combo. The next week's the different combo. Yeah. And I'm like, this isn't a team. Yeah. But when I signed up for the team, I expected that. So I mentally prepared. Yeah. So then even for you, it's like you did with Ya. It's like, hey, we're just going to practice these moves. Because you know what's fun, right? You know what would be fun? 10 people, 1, 2, 3, arms, 1, 2. They feel fun. Like, it's like everyone's doing it together. That's why at the dance class, I'm having everyone do these fucking stupid-ass moves like, but then everyone's laughing and everyone's joking. It's the most simple moves ever. And I'm just saying, hey, get out of your own way, stay to the beat, and let's just have fun. Yeah. Because that, to me, I love when people dance. That's why dance is so meaningful to me, because people don't do it enough. Mm-hmm. People put dance in club, dance in alcohol, dance in drugs, dance in sex, dance to get something, versus just dance to express. Mm-hmm. Because you always feel more confident. You'll never go to a dance class and dance be like, after you dance, you're like, damn, I fucking feel good. But it feels good because you had to initiate courage and vulnerability. Yeah. That's why you feel good. Mm-hmm. So for you, when you're putting this stuff together, that's what you're speaking to. You're inviting people to bring healthy things into your life, which again, your relationship to healthy confidence is all off. Like that's where I was like, oh my God, the ginger and the turmeric and lemon are teaching me on a level that I was not expecting that. And I'm like, oh wow, because none of this would have happened if we didn't kick it off with ginger, lemon, turmeric, right? Yeah. That's what, to me, when I'm talking about my dietas and stuff, that's why I love the plant so much. If I didn't, something in me was like, hey, you need to work with all this stuff. And for me personally, it's like, I'm getting rid of a lot of antioxidants in my life. People, environments, conversations, thought patterns, limiting self-beliefs. I'm on a different level of letting that remove it out. And like, I'm reorienting things to really bring more healthy. Like, you don't want to eat ginger, lemon, turmeric? You ain't going to fit in here. Like, hashtag not a cult. But like, hey man, I know you don't want to do healthy things. That goes back because hey man, if I asked you to do dance, would you dance? If I asked you to do yoga, would you do yoga? If I asked you to come to breath, would you come to breath? It's like, that's what I mean by everything can be connected if you choose to live with intention. You don't have to live with intention. I choose to. So then these different deeper lessons, I'm like, oh man, all my intentions came into tonight. And the fire horse, right? It's like, only one person showed up. It's easy for me to be like, you know how easy it would have been for all of us? I'm like, yeah, you know what? We'll just do it next time. We'll just, right? And part of you somewhere was probably hoping that would happen. Somewhere in your subconscious.
I mean, I would stay to practice.
In me, I was like, I ain't never letting her off the hook. Absolutely not. And now Because for me, do you know how many times I've advertised a class and no one shows up? Hundreds of times. You know how many times I've tried to do a meditation class and no one shows up? Hundreds of times. You know how many times I put together a presentation and no one shows up? Hundreds of times. And you know what I do each time? I do the presentation. I do the class. I do the meditation. And I pretend like there's hundreds of people there. And now what happens? If there's one person, there's 10 people, there's 50 people, I'm the exact same person. Because these are things, this is my integrity. I want to do meditation, not because I want to teach meditation. I do meditation because I love meditation. I love how it makes me feel. And if people want to come in and hear me yap for an hour and do breath, awesome. I do sauna because I love sauna. And I'll invite you to do it too because I love ice. I do it because I love the ginger, turmeric, lemon now. Or doing the breathwork seminars. Or talking about the feet. I love having Avi in the class. Because if you came in here and wanted to do a regular workout class, nah. Why? We already do that. The Zen is what sold it for me. I'm like, okay. I mean, the play, the shuffle. I'm like, yeah. Because I'm sick of fucking watching Avi talk about how she wants to go dance and do all this shuffle shit. And she never fucking does it. I don't want that for my friend who says she's about that life, but isn't really about that life. Yeah. But for the first time, I got to witness Avi step into integrity. And part of that is, I got to work through some kinks. I got to be a little bit vulnerable. And you did an amazing job talking to y'all like you didn't know her. That's the fun in like role play stuff, right? Where it's like, we're just role playing now because I'm a complete stranger. How would I break this down to someone that has never come to a class before? And what are they thinking before they even enter the door, right? Not to mention, it's like you have two attractive females. So now you already are competing with that. Oh, I don't look like Avi. I don't look like Ya. I don't look like Joey. I don't look like Andres. So now it's like, how do I even soften that? Because it's not about if you look like me. It's not about if you dance like me. It's not about if you can lift as much as me. It's not about how much can you stretch like me. It's not, and that's where even in the breathwork seminar, I was like, you guys, you don't need to breathe like me. Chill out. I've been doing this for a very long time. Breathe like you breathe. And as you expand into that, which to your credit, this goes back to the victory breath. You got all freaked out, but then guess what? We had you do it at the end, and you nailed it. That's what this class is. This first one was a little, but in a month, right? And that just requires some tweaking and the willingness to let some of the things go and rework, whether we have to pick a different day or a different time, or being more assertive, right? Being more assertive. And then you're going to find out who actually has your back and who actually doesn't. That's another vulnerable piece. Is like, damn, like so many times I do a class and no one would show up or minute, and I'm like, how does it make me feel? For me personally, going into the Genesis stuff, it makes me feel worthless. I feel abandoned. I feel like nobody actually cares about me. Is that true? No. But I had to use that moment to feel that and reorient my conversation and implement ultimate self-belief. Where it's like, hey, if one of my intentions this year is ultimate self-belief, I can't have people in my life, on my team, in my squad that don't also begin to embody ultimate self-belief. But I can't do it for you, right? That's where it's like, hey, I'll reshare, I'll post, but ultimately, Avi's in charge. Avi has to do that. I mean, how is Avi going to handle when no one shows up? How is Avi going to handle that? And then what can we do to, hey, let's bring it to the drawing board. Let's try it again. Am I going to let Avi give up on something that she says she's been wanting to do her whole life? I'm not going to allow Avi to do that, because what does that say about me as a friend, as a coach, as a guide? I was like, yeah, you know what? Shit ain't working. Let's fucking figure it out. Let's fucking figure it out. And that's what me and Ya do fucking so many times. It's like, why aren't people showing up? Why? But then we get people that show up in a different way. And we're like, damn, we just need more of these people. These are the people that I'm talking to. These are the people that I want in my life. How do we get these type of people? And it's like, cool. I'd rather have one Ya than 15 people that are going like, oh, that class sucked, aren't actually going to give you good feedback, right? Yeah. So that's, for me watching it, it was like, I'm really proud of you guys, both of you, even for you to, again, Ya's a great friend. Ya shows up for her friends. What sucks is watching the shit friends that she has don't show up for her. That's what's hard for me, right? But I'm like, I got to let Ya work that out, because that's her whole thing. And she's seen me lose 6, 7 of my closest fucking friends. Friends that have been in my life for 20 fucking years. No more. over some dumb fucking bullshit. I'm like, damn, you guys really weren't friends, I guess, really at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. I'd rather have 4 or 5 these friends that are going to ride with me through all the different things, because I'm not perfect and I do fuck up and I do make mistakes. But at least these friends are going to listen to hear what I got to say. These friends are going to talk it out with me. These friends will be like, hey, you know what? You did fuck up, but it's like, you didn't fuck up like that.
Yeah.
You didn't fuck up to get treated like that. It's like, okay, well, maybe, you know, I could have done better here, but like, dang, no one's showing up? Like, no one? But like, it's like, we're going to stay with you no matter what, because that's the reciprocity piece. We're going to be here. If we got to be here till 10 fucking o'clock, we're going to be here for you. Why? Because you're here for us. And that's why it's like, I'll ride hard in the pain for her. I'll ride hard in the pain for you. I'll fucking ride hard in the pain for Andres. That's why I wanted to put him on the speaker series. Because like, man, Andres has got a good fucking heart, man. And I want to see people like Andres shine. Right? Like, I want to see him shine. And so, like, all of that was just, like, unfolding while I'm watching this, trying to get the camera snippet angles. And I'm like, shout out Ginger, Turmeric, shout out fucking Lemon. Because for me, it is always like a different level than most people. And I just thought tonight was a really more impactful or deeper insight than I had anticipated. But it wouldn't have happened if both of you wouldn't have shown up, right? If both of you weren't willing to do that, right? And now you have some marketing material and some things that you can work with. And now we can go back to the drawing board and, you know, we can try another Tuesday, or, hey, maybe we try a Sunday and kind of see. But at one point, you can't just keep bouncing and changing and shifting, because now you're bending over backwards for people, right? Living into a pattern.
Right.
Let me do what it makes everyone else happy. But another part of it is maybe that's our demographic. Maybe our demographic isn't into that. So maybe you can go offer it at a dance studio. Maybe you go offer it at another, like, because I want you to shine, right? So then it's like, okay, let's try it a few times here. But if not, obvious, shop it around and see if there's other places that will allow you to come in. But the vulnerability piece, back to that, is, well, you got to try things that might not feel good or taste good. Or your immediate response is like, oh my God, this is too much. But we got to keep going back. I got to keep eating the ginger. I got to keep eating the turmeric. I got to keep eating the lemon. I got to keep drinking the water. I got to keep getting my steps in. I got to keep working on my plank. I got to keep working on the victory breath.
Yeah.
That's how you tie all these things into where it's like, oh, that's integrity. Integrity is like, everything is connected, and I can't undo it because it's convenient for me.
Right.
It's like, I can't not have this conversation around ginger, turmeric, and lemon, because it's authentic and it's in my integrity. And I can now, oh my God, this is why something was calling me. And I'm saying, my body's craving. I don't know why it's craving these things. And then tonight happens. I'm like, oh shit, this was deeper than even I had anticipated. But if I just do it every other day, or I did it once, let me go back to my juicing, I don't get this.
Yeah.
And that opens up now her conversations with people, or your conversations with people. And you don't even have to eat ginger. You could say, oh, this is a ginger moment. I'm having a ginger moment right now. Oh, I'm having a turmeric moment. Oh, I'm having a shuffle moment. I'm having a victory breath moment. I'm having a moment. I need to go at it now, right? what is it teaching me? That's how you take the plants and bring them into your life, which is why I'm on that path. Because there's no way you couldn't tell me these different lessons from tobacco or Palo Santo or Ojé or Arnica Montana. Like, right? Arnica Montana is around empowerment, deep-rooted pain. And the more that I eat the ginger and the turmeric, this part of my body opens up, and I'm more in my heart now. I'm way more in my heart. But I gotta, the painful of my own fucking grandpa rejecting me. I gotta stomach that pain first. And I gotta hit it with something healthy, with something fresh, with something new. I can't sulk in it. I can't whine about it. I can't repress. I can't lash out. I gotta feel it. I gotta talk about it. I gotta work with it. I gotta take it to the sauna. I gotta take it to my dreams. I gotta do things that are healthy for me so I can feel it in my body, so I know what to do with it. Right? It's like, oh yeah, that was unfortunately very painful, But it was one of the most healthiest things that could happen to me. Why? Because it removed a gigantic toxin inside of me. And now it's like, boom, next step. So I thought today was phenomenal. And I believe in what it is you're doing. We just got to tweak it.
Yeah.
But it starts with what it is that you're doing. Confidence, expression, peace. That's what you're bringing into people's life. Right? And we got to figure out, like, how do we invite people into that?
Yeah, what I need to
And
do.
underneath all that is vulnerability, healthy, reestablishing relationship with confidence, things that block your expression, right? Fun can be on a Tuesday night at OPT. You have to reorient what your definition of fun is. You have to reorganize your palate to what healthy actually tastes like. What something natural from the Mother Earth straight into my mouth. I have to reorient what healthy actually tastes like and sit with that. Because if it was like, hey, it's going to be Friday night, we're going to have drinks, we're going to have food, we're going to throw on our cowboy boots, and guess what? How many motherfuckers are going to show up now? I guarantee you it's a fucking different crowd, right? But it's like, hey, these people got to reorient their relationship to fun. But guess what? We had a lot of fun tonight. You guys were smiling, laughing, and guess what? We learned a ton, we grew a ton, and we get to evolve a ton.
Yeah.
That's fun. We get to improve. That's fun. We get to deepen our relationship to ourselves first and our community. That's fun. We can go out. I mean, I'll never go out to the cowboy club, but the cowboy club is also fun, right? For other people, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there's many different types of fun. We're inviting people to have a different, healthy, vulnerable fun. And that brings peace, right? It's like, oh, pay attention to how relaxed you feel. Like how much better you feel about yourself. There was no motivational speech involved. There was no hype up involved. There was no like, yeah, Avi, you got it. Believe in yourself. You can accomplish. None of that fucking nonsense. It's bitch, get out fucking there and do what you need to do best.
Right.
Now I'm more at peace.
Yeah.
So awesome. Thank you for allowing me to share that. Because that was boiling in me the whole entire time. I'm like, bro, I got it, bro. This is just going to spill out. So, yeah.
Thank
and
you guys
yeah.
both for being here. Seriously, like I love you guys so much. I appreciate you and like all of it, all the feedback and everything. Like I have a lot to think about, but like I also feel really good just about running through it.
Yeah.
Like getting it out there.
Yeah. We love you, Obs.
Yeah. You did awesome tonight.